Namaskara Karnataka, I am Ms. Gopika, your own biology master teacher. I hope I am audible, visible and the presentation right behind me is also visible. Please let me know in the chats if I am audible and visible to all of you, and welcome all of you to Vedantu Karnataka channel, and this channel is totally dedicated for boards and KCET. So are we live yet? Let me also check in my laptop. Yes, we are live. Awesome, awesome. Right? How are you doing? ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? How is Diwali preparations going? Full patake everywhere, no? Full sounds and everything today, right? Hello Swati, hello Kush. Very nice names, yeah, beautiful names all of you have. So shall we start the class? So today I am going to teach you basics of zoology, and this is going to be a foundation mainly for your 11th syllabus, okay? Because what happens is when you are preparing for KCET, you have a tendency that 11th, no, sumne, yeah, okay, that thought will be there, okay, leave it, okay, I will not take much time to study this. 11th syllabus is very simple and easy. I will study it in the last minute, but I hope all of you know that 20 to 30% of your syllabus comes from your 11th, so there is no way that you can skip. So today I am going to give you a foundation that will touch all the human physiology chapters together, and also will give you a basic understanding of how much you know and how much you don't know, okay? So are we going to start? Right, all of you ready, steady, go. Okay, I think Telegram also, they are aware of the class, okay? So perfect, perfect, I can see all of you live. Just give me 1 second students, I will just okay, let's start. Okay, so today what are we going to do? For basics of zoology, we are going to cover few topics. So as you know, human physiology chapters are your, now right now digestion is deleted. Before digestion was there, you have body fluids and circulation, breathing and exchange, locomotion and movement, neural control and coordination, chemical coordination, as well as excretion chapter. These are the chapters of your human physiology. Now I am going to give you an overview of this chapter. So before that, I want all of you to like the video and share the video with your college friends, okay? So do not forget that, share the video. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, okay? So share the video and also let all your friends come here, okay? So you can feel like a classroom, right? You can feel like a classroom. So what are the topics that I am going to cover today? What are the things that I am going to do is what I am going to tell you, okay? So students, today we are going to deal with a little bit of nutrition, okay? Little bit of nutrition, a little of your breathing and exchange, okay, breathing and exchange. All this notes you will get it on V Karnataka, KCET and boards Telegram channel. You can also join my Telegram channel, that is Biology by Gopika, okay? Yes, awesome. I want Swati, all of you to be very energetic in the chat box. Put as much as, you know, fire emojis, you know, heart emojis. Be very energetic. So you will also not feel like, okay, this is an online class, it's so boring. You will not have that feeling that, okay, this is online. Okay, you will get the feeling of an offline. Okay, so students, breathing and exchange we are going to do. We are going to learn a little about your circulatory system. Okay, that is your circulation. A little about excretion. Okay, little about excretion and a little about control and coordination. Okay, these are your major chunk of zoology topics in your class 11th, okay, class 11th. If you go to class 12th, if you will see that a major chunk is from your botany syllabus, and then you have biotechnology, okay. So today we will try to understand these topics, and we will also understand some general things. Now students, let's say animals, okay. Now what is this zoology? Where we study the physiology, the anatomy, the behavior of animals, right? When we talk about botany, we tell it's a study of plants. Same way in zoology we tell, in simple words we tell it's a study of animals. But what are they exactly? So we are not just studying about animals, we are studying about the behavioral changes in animal, anatomy in animals, right? All these we are learning, okay. Very nice, Swati. So today we are going to learn what is exactly zoology. And let me tell you, if you are a 12th, 11th students, this is catering all the classes. If you are a 10th standard student who is going to moving to 11th, you can check this video out. 11th to 12th, you can check this video out. 12th to KCET, you can also check this video out. So there is no age category for this video. Any student who is going to write your PCMB, okay, biology exam, you can definitely watch this video, okay. So zoology means where we study, okay, study about animals, and not just animals, we study about their behavior, anatomy, okay, physiology, etc. So, everything that we cater to animals, okay, that is called as zoology. Now, students, in animals, when we talk about zoology, the first most thing that comes into our head is unicellular, multicellular. These are the words that pop up in our head. Now, what do they mean by unicellular and multicellular? See, one major thing that you see in unicellular and multicellular is going to be multicellular is that unicellular, that means a single cell is doing all the job, okay. Now, let us say there are many students in the class, but only Swati is the one who is been very active. That means she is the one student who is active in the class, making sure that the teacher feels connected to the student. Same way, unicellular means one single cell, okay, one single cell is doing all the function and there is no division of labor. Now, what is division of labor? Let us say there are students like Mintu and Chintu in the class. I am telling Chintu, you make sure that no one is talking in the class. I am telling Mintu, you make sure everyone likes the video. That means what? I am giving division of labor. I am giving each of them one job. Same thing happens in multicellular, students. Many cells, okay, many cells together combine to form something called as tissues, okay, which are going to do a similar kind of function. From tissues to organ, many tissues come together to form organ, organ to organ system, organ to organ system, okay, and then it becomes an organism, okay, then it becomes an organism. Is this clear to all of you? Yes or no? From organ system to an organism. Organ system to an organism. This is what is exactly happening. So, in multicellular, if you notice, there is something called as division of labor, okay. There is something called as division of labor. Division of labor. Clear? So, division of labor means what? Many cells come together and that cells are all going to do a particular function and that is going to be called as tissues. Many tissues come together to form an organ, many organs come together to form an organ system, many organ system together forms an organism. We are multicellular organism. That means for digestion there is one set of systems, excretion one system, circulation one system, reproduction one system. Everything is different. No connection, right? Everything is different. Definitely connection is there, blood is flowing everywhere, but everything has its own function. Everything is going to do their particular function, right? Is this clear to all of you? Can I get some thumbs up in the chat box? Okay, thumbs up emoji in the chat box if you understood so far. All these notes you will get it on the Telegram channel, so don't even worry, okay? Don't even worry. One second, students. Oh, what happened? Okay, clear? Yes, yes ma'am, very nice, okay. Now, students, now why am I taking this whole topic, right? You should also know, why ma'am has just picked up only these topics. So, if you look here, this is your 11th portion and in your 11th portion maybe the image might not be that clear, but all of you can notice that you have animal kingdom as chapter 4, which is very important from your zoology. Then you have structural organization in frog, that is especially you have it in frogs, structural organization in animals. Then if you go here, this entire unit, okay, from here to here is the most important part of your 11th. So, for this, if you do not have a lot of time to, spend thinking that ma'am, if last minute I am going to prepare for my KCET or whatever, then this basics is going to give you an understanding, okay, to understand. But let me tell you, it is not an assurity that you will be able to solve MCQs because you need strong foundation. So, this is what I have picked up. Now, let us give a little bit introduction to our chapter. Now, students, when an organism, when I am talking about an organism, I know that I am just not talking about the organism, I am talking something called as life processes. What am I talking? Something called as life processes. For survival, right students, for survival to happen, I need to do some processes. What it might be? Digestion, okay, taking in food, digesting the food. So, digestion, I have to breathe, right, respiration, I have to make sure everything is you know, moving in my body, exchange of gases is happening, nutrient, nitrogenous waste, circulation should happen. Then what else, students? I have to make sure that the unabsorbed food, that excretion should happen. And the last, control and coordination. That means the hormones, okay, neurons, everything should be coordinated for my systems to work. So this is what is your life process. So you have studied in your 10th standard, no, life process chapter. What was the meaning of the life process chapter? This is the meaning of life process chapter. That means for survival on this planet, I need to do some things to live happily. Those are called your life process. So imagine you're telling this to your parents, okay, who does not know anything about biology, okay, who has not even seen a biology book. Imagine if you want to tell that person what is life process, that means what? You will tell, for my survival, if I am trying to do something, right, if I am doing something for my survival, that means I am eating food so that I get energy, I am breathing so that exchange of gases happen and cellular respiration should happen. So all these processes is letting us live, right, letting us live. So if you look here, what is the first thing? Digestion. So luckily digestion and absorption chapter has been deleted from your syllabus, but a normal thing all of you know is nutrition. When we talk about nutrition, all of you will remember nutrition, all of you will remember few words. What are the few words? That is, ma'am, animals are going to do heterotropic, okay, heterotrophic nutrition. What is heterotrophic, students? That means I depend on another organism for food, right? I do not make my own food. Heterotrophic means I do not make my own food. I am going to depend on another organism for food. So there was a funny incident that happened, okay, when I was teaching offline, and there was this student, and I was like, what is heterotrophs? They told me, I told them, so they didn't know. I told them, see, heterotrophs means they do not make their own food. We depend on other organisms for food. We were like, okay, fine. Then I had asked them, write an example of heterotrophs. All or two of them wrote mother. I was like, wait, why did you say mother? They told me, ma'am, because dada brings vegetables from home. Okay, vegetables from shop. My mom makes it into a food. So I am heterotrophic because my mother is making the food. Once I start making the food, I become autotrophic. I was like, that is not the meaning of heterotrophs and autotrophs. Heterotrophs means we cannot prepare our own food. We do not have that system to prepare our own food. We cannot tomorrow stand in front of sunlight and be like, food, okay, make Chinese noodles, okay, make French fries. We cannot tell to the sun, no, telling that, okay, I will do. We do not have the ability to do that. So that's why we are earning every day. That's why we are working hard, so that we can afford everything in our life, especially food, right? So heterotrophic means we cannot make their own food and we depend on other organisms for food, right? Other organisms. Okay. Then the second type is what, students? Autotrophic. Autotrophic, where are we seeing? We are seeing in plants and your blue-green algae, etc., right? Blue-green algae, etc. So autotrophic means they make their own food. Make their own food. And chief producers are your plants itself, okay. So this is your basic understanding of nutrition, that is heterotrophic, autotrophic, again holozoic, where we absorb, digest the food, okay. So this is clear to all of you. Any doubts on this? Any doubts? Please let me know in the chats, because I want to make sure that my speed is okay and all of you are comfortable in the speed, okay, that I am teaching. Okay, comfortable? Yes, no problems? Pakka? Right? 1 second, students. Yes? Okay. Clear? Okay, fine. So students, here this introduction we have understood. Now we have to learn about your breathing and exchange, okay, breathing and exchange. Now if you go to animal kingdom chapter, there are a lot of terminologies like symmetry, triploblastic, diploblastic, coelomate, pseudocoelomate, acoelomate and all of that, okay. But I am going to talk about just one thing that is going to help you understand everything. So students, there is something called as level of organization. What is it called? Level of organization. Shall we divide the page into two? Shall we divide the page into two? Okay. So, students, there is something called as level of organization, and based on that we make phylums, right? Level of organization. Level of organization. Now, what is level of organization? Okay, very nice, very nice. Level of organization means that same thing what I told you. Okay, cells are going to combine. Okay, let's draw some cells. Okay. Like this we can draw, or else we can draw it the other way around. Okay, let's draw individual cells. Okay, let's not even draw like, you know, a group. Let's draw individual cells. Okay, these are your cells. Now, cells combine. Okay, cells combine to form tissues. Cells combine to form what? Tissues. It could be multi-layered, it could be single layered. Okay, many tissues will be formed. Okay, so it will form tissues. Now, these tissues, students, they are going to do what? They are going to be a group of cell who perform a similar function, right, as I mentioned. So, they are a group of cell that is going to perform a similar function. Okay, similar function. Clear? Yes. Now, these tissues combine to form your organs. Okay, it could be any organs, it will combine to form organs. Now, from organs, I am going to get organ system, and organ system to organism. Now, why did I write this? So, you understand that in animal kingdom, there is a topic called level of organization, and now depending on cellular aggregation, I can write the example. Okay, I can write the phylum, phylum Porifera. Phylum what? Phylum Porifera. So, this is the phylum which has cellular aggregations. Okay, they have not become completely tissues. Okay, cellular aggregates are there. So, cellular aggregations I can talk about phylum Porifera. Now, if I go to tissue level of aggregation, I can talk about your Ctenophora, Cnidaria. All these phylums I can talk about. Okay, Ctenophora, Coelenterata, I can talk about it. Organ level, I can talk about Platyhelminthes. Organ system, I can talk from your, okay, Ascalminthes, to chordates. Ascalminthes to chordata. So, these also you understood right now. Is this clear to all of you? Animal kingdom also we just went through. Okay, animal kingdom also we just went through. All of you, if you open your animal kingdom chapter, okay, the NCERT, you will see a box, okay, where they are mentioning this. Okay, can all of you open your NCERT? All of you have your 11th NCERT with all of you? Yes or no? See, if you open your NCERT, I am opening it in my phone, okay, because I do not have the NCERT right now with me. Students, if you go down, you will see this box, okay, you will see this box. One second, it is not moving only. See this box in your NCERT, all of you open. I think it is not focusing, but there is a box like this, yellow color box like this in your NCERT. I think it won't focus, students. There it is written Animalia, multicellular, levels of organization. You will see cellular level, tissue, organ system level of organization, and there you can clearly see how they have written beautifully. Tissue level of organization, they have written radially, acoelomate, coelenterate, ctenophore, then organ level, they have come further. So, this is what I have written in a very short way for all of you. Just remember that this is one of the most important categories when we talk about the chapter Animal Kingdom. Clear? Done? Clear to all of you? Awesome. Okay. So, basic thing we have understood. Now, we will go into the first ever topic, that is going to be your breathing and respiration. So, students, all of you inhale. All of you inhale. I should be able to hear the voice till here. Okay, inhale all of you. Yes, you took a deep breath inside, right? Now, how are you going to? How did this happen? Okay, how did this happen? So, here if you see, I have written breathing and respiration. Ma'am, why have you written it separately? Now, students, see, breathing totally means what? Inhale and exhale. All of you would have heard it in yoga class, no? Inhale and exhale. What is inhale and exhale? Inhale means you have to take in the air, exhale means you have to give out the air. So, inhale and exhale is what breathing is all about, or inspiration and expiration. So, the other word for inhale and exhale given in your NCERT is what? Inspiration, inspiration some people tell, okay? Inspiration and expiration, okay? Expiration. These are the two terminologies, okay? Artha aita? Chalo, very nice. Now, respiration means what? It's a chemical process, students, okay? It's a chemical process where breakdown is happening, okay? Chemical process where breakdown of glucose, amino acids, lipids, other substances. So, breaking down of organic matters. Why? So, I am just writing here glucose, breakdown of glucose to yield energy. For what, students? To yield energy. This is respiration. Clear? Energy means what? Is it money that comes in your account? No, it is ATP. ATP is your energy, your currency, right? This is the general understanding of the word breathing, respiration, okay? Breathing and respiration and your chemical process. Now, when you want to take in air, what exactly happens? So, students, in your breathing and exchange chapter, you learn about trachea, larynx, pharynx, all that you will learn. You will learn about bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli. So, now I am going to give you a gist of it. Now, breathing, what happens exactly? Let's say this is your atmosphere, okay? This is, okay? From the environment, okay, from your outside, okay, the air has to come inside your body, yes or no? Air has to pass inside your body, and you are not just selectively taking oxygen, you are taking all the air materials, okay. In that you want oxygen to come inside and you want to exhale out from your body. What you want to exhale out? Carbon dioxide. This is breathing, yes or no? From the atmosphere, from the environment, we need to take oxygen inside our body, and from inside our body, carbon dioxide should go out. Now, when I am talking about inside of the body, what am I talking about? I am talking about my lungs, right? I am talking about my lungs. So, if I draw your lungs here, all of you will be able to remember, okay, that, okay, this is your lungs. Okay, this is your lungs. So, from the lungs, from our body, the oxygen, the carbon dioxide will go out and your oxygen will come in, right? Inside this lung, students, there is something called as alveoli, which is the exact area where exchange of gases happen. So, if I draw an enlarged structure of this, remember that there is your bronchi, okay, from there extends your alveoli. What is there? Alveoli, a sac like structure. Think of it like a balloon, okay, think of it like a balloon. What do? You blow in, the balloon becomes, okay, fully inflated. Now, when you leave all the air, it will get closed, okay. Same way here, alveoli also, it's like a sac like structure which is going to do the exact exchange of gases, okay, exact exchange of gases. So, your alveoli is going to be the sac like structure excuse me, okay, sac like structure, and this is your alveoli, okay, alveoli, where exact exchange of gases is going to happen. Clear to all of you? Yes or no? Any doubts so far? Any doubts so far? So, this is exactly what breathing is going to happen. Now, remember, from the alveoli, it is going into the blood is taking into the tissues. Ultimately, it has to reach the tissues, okay. That is, from the outside, the air has entered inside. Now, how did the air enter inside? So, that process is called inspiration, right. When air is going to enter inside, it is called as inspiration, yes or no? That means inhalation, other words, inhalation. Now, exactly what is going to happen, ma'am? Inhalation you told. How did the air enter inside? Now, students, remember, from the atmosphere, okay, from the atmosphere, this is our atmosphere. Always remember this one point for this entire chapter. Air will always move from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. So, here the topic is all about that. So, here higher concentration who should have? If air has to come inside, higher concentration should be in the atmosphere, less concentration should be in my lungs. Okay. So, we can say that the atmospheric pressure, okay, atmospheric pressure is going to be 760 mmHg and it is going to be a constant, okay, and we cannot change this, okay, we cannot regulate this. Now, what we can regulate is our lung pressure, which is going to be called as the intrapulmonary pressure. Intrapulmonary pressure. What is intrapulmonary pressure, students? The pressure inside your lungs, okay. Intrapulmonary pressure will become 758 mmHg, and for this there is also a formula called pressure is inversely proportional to volume, which I will teach you detail in the chapter, okay. So, students, from the atmosphere, air is going to come inside. Obviously, why? Ma'am, because atmosphere has 760 mmHg. My intrapulmonary pressure is only 758 mmHg. That means I am at a lower pressure. Atmosphere is at a higher pressure. So, obviously, air will move from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. That means here what has happened, students? Here inspiration has happened. Air has got inside. Air has got inside. That means oxygen. Okay, oxygen. Clear to all of you? Yes or no? Thumbs up if all of you understood. Tell me quickly. Atmospheric pressure 760 mmHg, intrapulmonary pressure 758 mmHg. Okay. Now the oxygen has rushed inside. Now remember that when such a thing is happening, we have to make sure that the pressure inside the body, okay, the pressure inside the body drops and the volume increases. This is the pressure, right? 760 mmHg is the pressure. Now pressure has dropped. Now volume will increase. How do I increase the volume? Students, when I am taking in air, all of you tell me that do you want the volume to be less or the volume to be more? All of you tell me this. When I am taking in air, do you want the volume to be less or volume to be more? All of you can take your time and answer. Quickly, I am going to wait for 2 minutes for all of your answer. Quickly tell me when you want the air to come in, okay? When the air should come in, you tell me. Quickly tell me, do you want the space to be more or less? More or less? That is the question for all of you. Yes, more or less? Volume should be more, because ma'am, I am taking in air, I need more, right? Volume should be more so that more air can come in, right? So, here basically when I want to make sure that my, the entire volume is more, there are two muscles which are helping, okay? Two main people who are going to help students. First one is going to be called diaphragm. What is first one going to be called? Diaphragm. And second one is going to be called the external intercostal muscles. External intercostal muscles. Clear to all of you? Two muscles that is going to help us is your diaphragm and external intercostal muscles. These two people are going to make sure that the volume becomes more, so when the air comes in, there is more space, okay? Now, when all of you are breathing, you will see that, can you see? The whole body comes like this and it goes back. Whole body comes like this, it goes back. That means during inspiration, my volume is increasing, okay, my ribs and sternum are getting raised, and then when I expire, it is going inside. So, this is to increase the volume. Clear to all of you? This is clear. Now, can we go to expiration? All of you? Yes? Easy? Easy peasy lemon squeezy? Now, when I talk about expiration, that means when I have to exhale air out, okay, air out, what happens? I have to make sure that my lung pressure is more, atmospheric pressure is less. But am I anyone to control the atmospheric pressure? Not at all. I cannot change or manipulate the atmospheric pressure. The only thing that I can change is my lung pressure. So, students, here your atmospheric pressure, okay, atmospheric pressure is going to be the same, that is 760 mmHg, okay, 760 mmHg, and my IPP, that is intrapulmonary pressure, okay, I am writing IPP here because I have written the full form there, okay, IPP is going to be 762 mmHg. That means what? I have increased it by 2. I have increased it by 2. Now, automatically the air will move from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration, and it is going to be your carbon dioxide. Ma'am, is it going to be the same muscles who are going to decrease the volume? Obviously, because I want the air to be rushed outside, right, pushed outside. So, my muscles are going to behave like that, and again the muscles are going to be my diaphragm, okay, diaphragm and external intercostal muscles. External intercostal muscles. Clear to all of you? Yes or no? Expiration also is clear. Okay, so here this has happened. Now students, I told that whenever we are taking in air, whenever we are giving out carbon dioxide, there is an ultimate goal, right, that the tissues need this oxygen to do cellular respiration. So, when I am talking about it, remember that from the atmosphere, okay, this is your, first time you will be seeing a pink color cloud, students, okay, this is your atmosphere, okay, atmosphere. From the atmosphere, we are taking in oxygen, giving out carbon dioxide. Now, where am I taking in? I am taking in to my alveoli. So, I can also draw the alveoli. Okay, this is how your alveoli structure is given in your NCERT. All of you can check it out. From the alveoli, it is going to come to my capillaries, okay, to my blood vessels. Okay. From the blood vessel, it is going to ultimately reach my tissues. Okay, ultimately reach the tissues. Clear to all of you? This is the ultimate job, that is, yes. So, here what is happening, students? Oxygen has come in, the oxygen is going to enter inside the alveoli. From the alveoli, it is going to go to the capillaries, right. From the capillaries, it will move to my tissues, and in the tissues, it is going to do your cellular respiration. That means, tissues are hungry, they want this oxygen, right, to do their processes. So, that process is called as your cellular respiration, where the tissues are going to utilize the oxygen. Now, remember one thing very carefully, the tissues, after doing all the process, they are left with what? They are left with carbon dioxide. So, that carbon dioxide will go back to the blood vessel, okay, CO2, and from there it will enter the alveoli. From alveoli, it will go out to the atmosphere. Clear to all of you? It will go out to the atmosphere. One second, students. Okay, carbon dioxide, again it will go back from the alveoli outside to the atmosphere. This is your flow of gases. If you understand this, then that whole breathing and exchange chapter is one easy peasy chapter, okay, because this is what you have to understand. And how is this happening? It is happening because of the differences in the pressure gradient, okay, differences in the pressure gradient. Clear? Pressure gradient. Okay, done. Yes, okay, let's proceed. Now, students, remember that when the blood vessels, okay, in the blood vessels, there is going to be one fellow. Who is that fellow? None other than, in your RBC, there is one person which is called your hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the person who is going to give the blood the red color, right? So, hemoglobin is very, very important for you to remember, because that is going to act like the bus. Okay, hemoglobin is going to act like the bus who is going to carry your gases, okay, who is going to allow the exchange of gases. And always remember that one hemoglobin, okay, one HB can carry only 4 oxygen molecules. 4 oxygen molecules, and by the time 4 molecules are there, hemoglobin will be completely saturated, no more, okay. It will be like, I don't want any more oxygen, enough, 4 oxygen, I am a kuti bus, only 4 seats are there, all the 4 is filled with oxygen, clear, okay. Once again, okay, listen, which topic, Swati? Hemoglobin or this one? Hemoglobin or this one, which among this? Tell me quickly, I will explain. Yes, hemoglobin. So, here students, remember, hemoglobin is present in your RBC, all of you know the pigment, the red color pigment, hemoglobin. Hemoglobin has this Fe2 plus ions which are going to carry this oxygen molecules, okay. So, one hemoglobin can carry only 4 oxygen molecules. That means, imagine that this is a car, okay, it is a 4-seater car. In that 4-seater car, how many can get in? Only 4 people can get in. Same way, hemoglobin will reach to complete saturation once 4 oxygen gets in. Clear? Clear, all of you? Yes, okay, done. So, this is your 100% saturation. Now, breathing is done. Can I move on? Okay, can I proceed to the other topics? See students, definitely trachea, other things are there which I will teach you in breathing and extend. Now, in basic class, I cannot teach you all about trachea, bronchi and all of this, but all of you can remember this one thing, okay, remember this one thing, that is, it starts with your, okay, trachea, again larynx, pharynx is there, that I will teach later, okay, primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, okay, tertiary, bronchi, initial bronchioles, terminal bronchioles, okay, alveoli, duct and alveoli. This is exactly how your gases are passing. Clear? This is exactly how your gases are passing, starting from trachea up to alveoli. Okay. Trachea up to your terminal bronchioles are conducting zone, that means they will not exchange the gases, they will just condition, make sure that the the temperature is maintained, all of that will be done. Now, circulation, when we talk about circulation dear, what is circulation? Ma'am, circulation is required for all the functions, right? That is, I need circulation for digestion, okay, digestion. I need circulation to happen for carrying the nitrogenous waste, that means for excretion. I need it for transport, that is respiration, transport of gases. Yes or no? For all of this, I need my fluids, yes, and also ultimately I need this for endocrine, that means to carry the hormones, okay, for the endocrine systems, that is to carry the hormones. So, for all of this, circulation is going to be important, and which are the two most common circulatory fluid that we talk about? Circulatory fluid, okay, circulatory fluid. Who are they students? Two of them are there, your blood and lymph. Lymph is a colorless one, blood is the red color one, all of you have seen blood, no? So, these are the two circulatory systems. Now, circulation, when we talk about, immediately your, automatically your brain thinks about heart, right? So, shall we draw a heart? Now, when we draw a heart, okay, this is your heart. Now, students remember that when we talk about heart, you have to remember your auricles and ventricles, right? Other than that, what you have to remember? You have to remember your septum. Okay, septum. So, if I am doing the difference, okay, I am doing the partition, then partition is going to be, see, I am going to do it this way. My left is going to be the right auricle, okay, and the right ventricle. My right is going to be the left auricle and the left ventricle. Clear? Now, these are my chambers of the heart. So, how many chambers do we have mammals? We have 4 chambered heart, right? 4 chambered heart. Are you all understanding? Yes or no? I want the messages to keep moving. Are you all understanding? If there is any doubt, ask me now. Okay, 4 chambered heart. Clear? All of you answer quickly. Yes. Faster. Clear? So, you have 4 chambered heart. This 4 chambered heart is separated with the help of something called as the septum. What is it called? Septum. Okay. This partition that you are seeing is your septum. Now, students, most important thing that you need to remember is between both the atrias, okay, between both the atrias, the septum, the partition is called as interatrial septum. Interatrial septum. Between both the ventricles, it will be called as interventricular septum. Interventricular septum. Clear? Interventricular septum. This is the 2 septums that is separating the auricles and the ventricles. Now, if you go between your both the right auricles, okay, right auricle and right ventricle, there is a valve. Okay, there is a valve which I am drawing right now like a circle. Okay, it is actually a tricuspid valve. Okay, like this. That means 3 cusp is going to be there. 3 cusp. Okay, 3 cusp is going to be there. I think I can draw it this way. Can you all see this? 3 cusp is going to be there. Now, this between your right auricle and right ventricle, we can also tell the right AV valve and the left AV valve, but we will have to name it. So, this is going to be called as the tricuspid valve. What is it called, students? Tricuspid. Why? Because there is 3 cusp. Okay, tricuspid valve. Now, what is 3 cusp meaning? So, if I draw it like this, you will see like this, 3 cusp is going to be there. 3 cusp means like this flaps. 3 flaps are going to be there. Clear to all of you? Yes or no? It is called the tricuspid valve. Now, between the left atrium and the left ventricle, you have another valve which is called the bicuspid valve. Okay, which is called the bicuspid valve or the mitral valve. Bicuspid valve or the mitral valve. Clear to all of you? Valves are clear. So, what are the valves going to do? They are going to prevent the backflow of blood. Okay, prevent backflow of blood. Okay, prevent backflow of blood. Is this clear to all of you? Yes, everything is super duper clear. Yes, it is useful, Pradeep. It's useful. Okay. Now, students, remember that this is your entire heart. Now, to carry the deoxygenated blood, okay, to carry the deoxygenated blood from the upper part of my body, I have something called as my superior vena cava. Okay, superior vena cava, which is going to carry the blood from the superior part. And to carry the blood in the inferior part, I have, okay, in the inferior part, I have my inferior vena cava. Okay, inferior vena cava. See, so from the topum, topum, that's not a fun word. Okay, from the bottom to carry all the blood from the lower parts of my body, I have the inferior vena cava. What is this? Inferior vena cava. And from the top, I have what? Superior vena cava. Superior vena cava. Clear? Is this clear? Generally, I have taught you, again a lot is there, or you have to remember that there are papillary muscles and all of that, okay. See, like this, the big ridges are called your papillary ones, okay. Same thing goes here. Chordae, tendineae, everything I will teach you when I am teaching you the chapter, okay. Remember that the structure is not very smooth like you see, the structure is like this, okay. Structure is like this, clear? I am going to erase that portion because it is not required for you and it will become too clumsy. Fine, heart is clear to all of you? Yes or no? I want thumbs up in the chat if it is clear, then we can move on to the next topic, okay. Move on to the next topic, clear? Very nice, you got 75 in midsems, very, very nice. Results are already out, Results are already out, nice, okay. Now, remember students, your interventricular septum is going to be thicker, okay, thicker compared to your interatrial septum. Always remember this, that ventricle, the septums are going to be a little more thicker, okay, because of the blood, okay, more blood flowing through it, it is going to be thick. Thick like this, clear? Done? Easy peasy? Yes, okay, very nice. Next topic we are going to go, that is going to be our excretion, okay, excretory organ. Now students, excretion is done by whom? It is going to be done by our kidney, bean shape, 2 bean shaped kidneys are there, okay, here also 2 bean shaped kidney, okay, bean shaped kidney. From the bean shaped kidney arises your urinary ureter, okay. I think it became too thick. I am drawing all this for you so you people understand better, okay. Ureter, same thing here, a pair of ureter is here, and then it is going to open into where students? It is going to open into our urinary bladder, right. It is going to open into the urinary bladder, which is going to end in a urethra, okay, urethra. This is the portion, okay, this is your excretory organ. So, it starts with your 2 pairs of bean shaped reddish color kidney, okay, kidney which is going to do the urine formation. Then we have ureter which is going to carry the urine from the kidney and it is going to store in the urinary bladder, okay, urinary bladder. And then we have urethra which is a opening, okay, and they are going to have spinsters at the end who is going to decide the opening of the urine, clear? Now, when you talk about excretion, you have to learn about the 3 nitrogenous waste. Now, what is nitrogenous waste? Obviously, waste, ma'am, okay. Metabolic waste, okay. Nitrogenous waste or your metabolic waste. Nitrogenous waste students are of your 3 types, okay. 3 types is mentioned in NCERT, so we are going to learn about that. 3 types. First starts with your ammonia, okay, ammonia. Second one is going to be called your urea, and third is your uric acid, clear? Urea, ammonia, urea and uric acid, these 3 are there. In this, the most red flag, who is the red flag? Ammonia is the red flag. Why ammonia is the red flag? Because it is the most toxic, and this is given out mainly by your aquatic organism because this requires a lot of water. It requires a lot of water for removal, okay. It is soluble highly in water, it needs a lot of water for removal. So, who are the animals which are going to use this? It is going to be your aquatic organisms because they are in water, it is okay for them, right, aquatic animals. Now, urea is less toxic compared to ammonia, okay, less toxic, not completely, less toxic, and it requires normal water and we excrete out urea, okay. This is your mammals. There are exceptions students, but let us say we secrete out urea, okay. Now, uric acid is the least toxic compared to all 3. Uric acid is the least toxic, then you can ask me a question, ma'am, then why aren't we giving out uric acid? We want least toxic. Students, understand, uric acid, the formation of uric acid is an expensive process. That means it's not high on Amazon, Flipkart or anything. It is expensive, means it requires a lot of energy to form the uric acid, which is done by our birds. Okay, birds, all of you remember pellets, semi-fluid substance. When you're going somewhere, they give you the dakshina, no? They'll be like, okay, today my target is this fellow who has worn a white shirt and is walking happily. I will put my target on him. That is your pellet, which is a uric acid. So, it is the least toxic, but it is a very expensive process, because of which we do not give out uric acid, we give out urea. Clear to all of you? All the three nitrogenous base. Again, a lot about this you are going to learn in your, excretion chapter. Then, remember that this kidney has two regions, which is your medulla and your cortex. Now, the most structural and functional unit of kidney is your nephrons. Okay, is your nephrons. This is how your nephrons are going to be. Okay, I have just drawn a very simple structure. Okay, so it is going to open into the collecting duct. It is going to open into the collecting duct, and inside that you're going to have your blood vessels, right, capillary stuff of blood vessels, which is going to go like this, okay, like this. So, that is your nephrons. Clear to all of you? Hello Tanuja, that is your nephrons. Nephrons are the functional unit of your kidney. Clear to all of you? Excretion is clear. Basics I am teaching, so I am not going into detail. Okay. So, this is your thing. Now, students, when uric acid is being secreted out, you can tell uricotelic. When urea is secreted out, ureotelic. Ammonia is secreted out, ammonotelic. Okay. If you want me to write that, I can take 2 minutes and write that as well. Okay, write that as well. Okay, very nice. Okay, so uricotelic organisms are the organisms that give out uric acid. Urea, it is your ureotelic, which I have already written. Okay, then we have to write about ammonia, which is called as ammonotelic. Okay, ammonotelic. Done, done, all of you? Yes, can we go to the last topic for the day, that is control and coordination. So, students, control and coordination means you have two people to talk about. You have to talk about your glands, which is your endocrine glands, okay, endocrine and exocrine glands, but mainly we talk about endocrine, okay, endocrine and exocrine gland. What does endocrine means? Just imagine this is a water, okay, water ka tank. Now, for the water tank, you will put a pipe and you will take the connection to your house. Okay, this is your house. Now, let us say I am calling this pipe, okay, I am calling this pipe as the duct, okay, duct. So, if they have duct and let us say one other person has done a connection where the house is there, tanker is there, okay, he has not made any connection, no direct pipe connection, he is making a person carry it on their head, okay, carry the water up to the house. So, this is a ductless method, right, this is the ductless method. Why? Because there is no pipe connection directly from the tank to the house, there is no pipe connection. From the tank, one person is carrying the water and bringing all the way to the house. So, students, depending on these two scenarios, I am going to teach you your endocrine and exocrine gland. Endocrine gland is your ductless gland. That means they do not have ducts, okay, ductless gland, and your exocrine gland is your glands which have ducts, okay, ducts are present in the exocrine gland. Now, ma'am, how do they work without ducts then? Students, they are going to work without ducts because they are going to add their secretions, okay, that is your hormones, hormones are their secretions, they are going to add their hormones into the bloodstream directly, okay, into the bloodstream directly, and the blood is going to carry these hormones, okay, blood is going to carry these hormones up to the target organ. So, the delivery boy here is your blood, okay, Delivery boy. Do you go directly to Amazon and buy, or you order in Amazon and the boy brings it to you, right? Same way. Hormones will be added into the blood, blood will going to take it up to the target organ. Clear to all of you? Now, exocrine means ducts are already there, so no tension about it, okay? No tension about it. Now, next most important thing in your control and coordination is your neurons, okay? What are they? Your neurons. This is your neurons, okay? This is your neurons. Now, this which I am drawing, the small branches are your dendritic cell, okay? Dendritic cell, clear? Okay, these are your dendritic cells. Now, imagine students, let us start labeling it. Before that, let me draw something called as your myelin sheath or your Schwann cells. Okay, now I have just drawn two. Okay, so this is your neuron structure. Now I told you this branches, this is called your dendrites. Okay, dendrites. They see, now one impulse has come, that let us say Lata, okay, Lata has touched a hot object. Now Lata touches a hot object, immediately signal will be sent from your sensory, okay, sensory neuron till the brain that Lata is touching a hot object. Immediately the signal will be sent back telling Lata, retrieve your hand, remove your hand, okay, take your hand fast. So that is the signal. Now for that we need our neurons. Okay, then ma'am, what does endocrine do? Endocrine also does the job of reaching, sending the hormones and reaching up the target organs, but this is more a slow process, this is a fast process. Okay, this is a long lived process, this is a short lived process. So students, this is your dendrites. Okay, this in the middle, okay, in the middle what you are seeing is your cyton, okay, or your cell body we tell. This portion is going to be called your cell body or cyton. Okay, cyton. Now you can see a long process. This long process is called as axon. Okay, and at the end of the axon there is axon terminal, and at the end of the axon terminal you have your synaptic bulb. Okay, we can call it as axon ending, and end of the axon you have synaptic bulb. Okay, synaptic bulb. Clear to all of you? Now, this one, the white color which I have drawn, these are your Schwann cells. Okay, Schwann cells, which is going to release the myelin sheath, okay, which is going to secrete the myelin sheath. Okay, thank you so much Lata. They are going to secrete the myelin sheath, and there are neurons which have myelin sheath and there are neurons which do not have myelin sheath. Clear ho gaya? Okay, all the languages I am using at this point. Okay, artha aita ellarigu? Okay, clear? Pakka? See, so Schwann cells release your myelin sheath. Now this is a myelinated axon. It's not necessary that everything will be myelinated. Okay. Now students, between, okay, this myelin sheath, wherever the axons are exposed, that is called as your nodes of Ranvier. Okay, nodes of Ranvier. Ranvier also we tell. Okay. This is the places where your axons are exposed. All this you have studied in your smaller classes, yes or no? Now I am just doing a revision of it. Okay, I am just doing a revision of it. What is this called? A neuron, and neuron is the structural unit. Okay, structural unit that we study in our neural system. Okay, then CNS, PNS, other things are there. Now don't take tension. So far good. So we have learned all the parts, right? When we spoke about life processes, we have learned all the parts of the life process, very simple and easy, right? Digestion, we studied a little about nutrition. Respiration, we studied. Circulation, we studied. Excretion, we studied. Control and coordination. This is your human physiology concepts, okay? So now I have done just an overview of it. Again, there is a lot in depth to study, but is so far good? Everyone understood everything? Clear to all of you? Okay, that is your Basics of Zoology. I will definitely do one more part where I am talking about the basics of class 12th also. Now we have dealt mainly with your class 11th, and all these notes will be available on 2 telegram channels. I am going to write the telegram channels here, that is V Karnataka, okay, V Karnataka, KCET and boards, okay, and boards. So, this is the telegram channel where you will get the notes. Those who do not have telegram, I would recommend all of you to download telegram, because it is going to be very, very helpful. Okay? V Karnataka, KCET and boards, and if you want to join my telegram, it is Biology by Gopika. Okay, this is my telegram for you to join. Clear to all of you? So, these 2 telegrams you are going to receive all the notifications as well as the notes. Okay, clear? Now, for those students who have a doubt about that, now this is the video you are watching. First of all, like the video all of you, and move forward. You will see that join the telegram channel. If you click on the telegram channel, you will be directly deviated to the page and you will be able to see the telegram channel. Clear? Do it from your phone so that you will be able to access the telegram. So, thank you so much for joining, students. Happy Diwali to all of you. Have a safe, sound, happy, prosperous Diwali. Do not do any kinds of circus, okay? Always burst the crackers proper way. Do not hurt any animals. Do not do any kind of, fun activities that, tying the crackers on dog's tail and all that. Don't do all that. Be very vigilant and be careful where people are bursting crackers when you are going by walk, when you are going in vehicle. Always be aware, okay, that they are cracking, they are bursting crackers. I have to be in the side, okay, but be careful, because everything that you do for fun sometimes might turn out to be really fun, but sometimes can be a disaster in your life. So, always be vigilant and careful, okay. I know that excitement will be there. Have fun. Don't worry about your boards. Don't worry about your midsems. Don't worry about your finals. Don't worry about KCET. All of you have fun. Sit with your parents. Have nice sweets. Have nice, food. Enjoy the Diwali, because it comes once in a year, and for the exams we are there to prepare you, okay. Got it? So, happy Diwali for all my beautiful, beautiful set of students. So, next time, Nodana, till then, tata, bye bye, see you all.